What's going on, people? Welcome to DR Sports and welcome to another episode of the Weekend Preview. I'm here with the man, Laurie. He's happy because Arsenal have won. You know what I mean? There's no game this weekend, so you can just chill out. You know what I mean?
Beat you lot.
Well, I thought the team you won. You won a game, mate. Okay. You won a game. You know?
No, say what game did we win?
Yeah, you beat Man United, mate. Yeah, did you win the league as well, or did you win? Well,
too early for that. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Man like Matisse, we say.
Good, very good. Hot in here. Jesus.
Don't do that British thing, man, where we moan about the heat and then when it gets cold, we're like,
That's what we do, man. We moan.
What we do.
I moan about the cold when it gets here, but right
I'm
now
not moaning about the heat, man.
That's true.
You enjoying it?
You're not. We're here with a very different Abby this season. She's smiling. She's trying to go back to Spurs games and everything. Like, it's insane.
Happy. What can I say? I'm hot.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Hot but happy. And Fuad, what are you saying?
I'm just hot, man. Buff as well. That's what I'm not hot. I'm just buff. Yeah.
See that? They're just bigging themselves up.
I like that old slang right there.
Exactly. But obviously, it's international breaks. So there are no up-and-coming Premier League games, which we would normally go through at this stage and predict all the games. But there's always things happening in the football world. And the Ballon d'Or, the small issue, the small subject that is the Ballon d'Or, the greatest player of the year, etc., etc. We've got the whole list, and we need to talk about who should win it. Should it be Messi? Should it be Erling Haaland? Is there people just romanticising and just trying to give it to Messi because of the legacy and what he's done, or Haaland with his records, etc., etc.? Should it be him, and he won everything there is to win? I'm also going to speak about some omissions from the Ballon d'Or list who maybe you guys think should be in there as well. But let's get straight to it. Let's go through the achievements, right? I'm just going to read out the achievements of each player because it's between Messi and Haaland, right? Right. Haaland, obviously, trophy-wise, completed the set, yeah? Clean sweep. Didn't matter about the Carabao Cup. They left that little thing for us. So they went, they went that for us. Energy drink, there you go. Premier League, 35 appearances, 36 goals. Record breaking. No one's ever done that before.
First year,
year one.
Season.
Yeah.
8 assists as well. Nearly got double figures assists as well, just for no reason.
He
just
might struggle
just to
in
add
the
that
English Premier League.
There you
Remember
go.
that? Yeah.
Champions League, 11 appearances, 12 goals.
Mad.
And then they won the flipping thing. So if you're talking about impact and having a direct, you know what I mean, say on where that trophy was going to go, man played 11, scored 12. Yeah, he scored more than he played. FA Cup, played 4 times. Scored 3 times, yeah? Just for no reason, just did. Might work. EFL Cup, didn't win it, but played twice, scored a goal, yeah? Overall, he played 53 games and got 52 goals.
Oh.
Premier League Player of the Season, Premier League Young Player of the Season, and FWA Men's Footballer of the Year, and the Champions League Team of the Season.
Should have got Young Player of the Year.
And should have got Young. They just trialed him in the big boy thing because they were like, listen, we need to give something to someone. Let someone who actually plays like a young buck get it.
I'm sorry, you're breaking records, you're clean sweeping. He should have got everything. But
Yeah, he should have. But
Okay, Lionel Messi.
Dare I say as well, in what most people, I'm sure we'd all agree, is the best league in the world football, considered to be. So he's achieved all that in what many people consider to be the best league.
Coming from what many people consider to be the Farmers League as well. Coming from Germany, where how's it? You know, might not transpire that way.
There's a few Farmers Leagues, but I think we can all agree that the Premier League is the best league.
Yeah.
You not agree?
Yeah, no.
We all agree?
Well, if you look at it, it's pretty predictable, though. Yeah, it's
competitive.
but is it though? City win it every year. They've won it like 4 out of the last 5. How competitive is it?
Yeah,
It's only Liverpool who's come through.
Yeah, but if you look across the league, all the little battles you have, whether it's top 4
No, I
or
agree.
Europa League or relegation, you know, there's all these little battles.
So is it the most exciting but not the best?
I think it's the
I think
best
it's
and
the
the
best.
most exciting.
I think it's both.
Do we play the best football here?
define best football.
Who won the
Stylistically,
Who won the
technically?
Champions League?
I mean, does
Yeah.
Pep not do that?
Okay.
Where's the Champions League?
Serie A is very entertaining right now. I'll give them. I think they've
Is it entertaining because of
the title
the
race.
tightness
3
of
different
the
winners
lack
in the
of
last 3
quality
years.
with some of the top teams as well?
But something can be entertaining without
You look at-
necessarily being of top quality.
So even though it's the same answer, if I say to you lot, everyone around this table, who's going to win the league this year? Am I right in saying you're all going to say City?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before a ball was even kicked, would you have said that?
I
Yeah.
did say
Do we
that.
say that every year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I've said it
predictable
for
then.
the
But
last
wherever Pep
years.
goes,
So it's not that interesting then if we know who's going to win,
100%. I'm not disputing it.
innit? Do we overrate the Premier League?
Okay, so my
This is a different conversation, actually.
Yeah, totally.
But why not?
To an
Do
extent.
we overrate the
So
Premier
my
League?
question to you would be, And I know it's answering the question. Why is it the most watched league around world football then?
Because
Definitely the most entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the money.
Yeah.
Your money allows you have the biggest TV package.
Saudi Arabia's got
which
the most
allows,
money.
yeah,
They've only just
but
got it
just
there.
now. But that allows you to attract the biggest players. That allows you to have the best teams. Therefore, I mean, mid-table Bournemouth were able to compete with AC Milan for signings last summer, if I'm not mistaken. That shouldn't be happening. Like, Chelsea are losing talents, and AC Milan are building an entire team based off their B team, basically. So
And
it just
Saudi.
tells you the difference. And it's for me, it's all money based. Yeah, you say Saudi League, give Saudi League 10 more years of that money and picking talents off Europe as they are. You'll see who's the better league. So for me, it's just the Premier League's got the most money. You can say it's the most
Is
entertaining
that oversimplifying it though? Just to say that.
it kind of is in a sense.
Because I think there's more than one factor. I think it's
course
you're
it's
right.
got there- it's
the
got
most
there
money,
through the competitiveness.
best players.
Yeah.
I think it is. Although you quoted Man City winning titles, etc. But as Abby says, if you look at the rivalries, you look at the games, the differentials in win, loss, and stuff. To me, Premier League is the most competitive.
Is it because of all the other teams as well? So, like,
Yeah.
you don't know what Man United are going to do, you don't know what Spurs are going to do, you
I
don't know
think
what
it's
Chelsea
also
are going to do.
I
You
think it's
don't-
the unpredictability about it. I mean, yeah, we can say that we assume that Manchester City will win the league. We assume that, but obviously we didn't expect Arsenal to be challenging last year. Definitely not. Obviously, what goes on
So that
with
makes it
United, what goes on with
exciting.
it's exciting.
But does
I
it make
think
it
is.
the best?
Well, I think that it depends what you
As I said,
define as.
I think it
as
makes it
best.
both,
You
yeah.
want to watch the most exciting players, most exciting league, and they're in the Premier League.
I just think it's weird because we say a lot of other we look at the other leagues and we say, oh, it's only Real Madrid and Barca. Or we say, oh, it's only Bayern Munich, they killed that league. Dortmund might come a close second, what they did last year. Oh, look at Italy. Okay, Napoli. Actually, that kind of
I think
changed the
I
guard
think
now.
the
Serie
Italian
A's probably
league,
been the most
Italian,
unstable
yeah.
it's been
But
for a
then
little while.
You look at the French league and you're like, well,
And that's,
PSG
you know who's
plays
going to
that
win.
every
But then
year,
you look
yeah.
at here and everyone will say, yeah, Man City are going to win, mate.
Yeah.
But there is-
we say the same thing.
But there is a title challenge, whether that's Liverpool or last year with Arsenal. There is someone that can challenge.
But
It's
even
not like they win by, they have in the past, but it's not like they win by like 20 points every
Yeah.
season.
But even in that unpredictability that we say, is it really unpredictable if we can say that we know who the top 6 are every year? If now we've
I
just
don't think we can
extended
say
it-
that anymore.
I don't think we can.
I mean, okay, now you've added Newcastle to it. It's a top 7. Can
Brighton?
you really say?
Villa?
I mean,
Villa?
those
Yeah,
are
everyone
one
rating Villa straight away.
You get a West
There you
Ham.
go.
Where were Leicester 2-3 years ago? You get those surprises that pop in, but pretty much, let's be honest, the top 6 or 7, we know every year.
It's
who's
only
gonna
really
be in
you
the
lot
round.
that messed it up.
Every year, all the time.
It's only
10th,
Chelsea that
12th.
managed to do
We're
a
taking-
whole,
we're taking
you know
a
what I'm
break.
saying, like a
You
ridiculous
weren't in the top
should
seven
not
last
happen.
Arsenal did-
Arsenal
Don't let them
teetering-
get away with it.
Arsenal teetering on the edge, yeah.
man, as well.
Were they in the top 7 last year?
Oh no, we're not talking about
They-
Arsenal.
I-
One year.
Oh, 1 year for me too. 1 year for me too.
Jose 10th.
Okay.
Yeah. Sit back twice. Twice as well.
Our worst ever season was 6th.
So it's not predictable.
That's mad.
But no, what I'm
That's
saying
your
is
worst ever season.
roughly you know though.
Yeah, it's not
Those
bad.
should be the top 6 or 7 competing teams. So in terms of
And they got the most money.
100%, I think the money factor is always going to play, but I don't think there's no shame in that. Let's remember
No.
the Premier League is a packaged product that started in '92
Yeah.
because England wanted to change the way it's kind of viewed, and it succeeded. Let's be honest.
It
the
wanted
way
it to
it's
be a
built,
superpower.
It wanted to be a superpower. It had the original rivalry of the United and Arsenal, and it built on that. It allowed the foreign ownership. It was one of the first leagues. The amount of foreign players that they've been able to attract by not putting quotas or limited. I think they were the last league to put homegrown quotas, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the things that have allowed it to be the best.
And there is no doubt it is a competitive league. I mean, even last year, some people were saying, I'm not using it as an excuse. So they're saying that with Arsenal, the amount of London derbies you have in a year, I think it's about 7. So that in itself is a layer of competition that you don't necessarily get in other.
But I think we undercooked because I've been watching the Liga, right, this year. You know, obviously, we're all tuning into Jude Bellingham and that. These lot are winning games in the last minute. And
Yeah,
that.
it's tough.
They're not just steamrolling, and we just have, I think, this little bit of
Arrogance?
a bit of arrogance. Like, if again, it depends what you like in your
Yeah.
football. Because on a technical level, players at like Villarreal or like Getafe or Celta Figo and that, they're going to be cultured. They're going to be able to play ball out. If you look at like people coming up from the Champ, people who play for Sheffield United, you got people who can't even control the ball, mate. Like what? Like it's awful standard.
Yeah.
And if I compare that to the other standards across Europe, I'm like, because in my football I like technical, I like people who can get on the ball, and I could notice a disparity between man coming up from the Champ or that are just middle of the road Premier League. I'm like,
But it depends on what your team requires, right? And I think the Premier League is, if there's one thing we say, it's a physical league.
Definitely.
I think so. You can, as much as you can have the technical ability, if you don't have that physicality to go with it, you will get found out, or you will end up on a bench. A Havertz, if you like, for example. You will. So people will start looking at you and thinking.
Some people say Havertz on the bench is wishful thinking.
But even guys like Fabio Vieira, people saying, "Oh, it's going to take him a year or two to adapt to David De Gea when he initially came." Yeah. So I think that physicality is one thing that's always.
And every player who comes over from different leagues, they go.
They say it.
And I'll be honest with you,
Physicality
in all athletics or athleticism, we love seeing high level physicality. Let's be honest. As much as we love the technical ability, that's what we watch the Olympics and all these other sports for. It's you want to see high level athleticism. So
physicality, intensity as well of the games. Like I spoke about the derbies. It's not just London, right throughout the country.
Sometimes
There's
you watch
numerous derbies. Those impact. You know what I mean?
Sometimes you watch those La Liga games and it's just pass.
Because of the way they play.
Boring. Two teams just passing each other and cancelling each other.
I ain't gonna lie though. Apart from some of the big games though, where teams get after each other, like maybe like a Liverpool Newcastle, they're at it, or a Liverpool City. A lot of big games that we say are big games, they're played at a snail's pace.
And I'll be honest with you, I think sometimes even La Liga being like this super technical league, sometimes if you watch it, a lot of them maybe lower half teams are playing low block football. Like,
against the big boys.
Because they're always coming up against the big boys. They're like, you know what, forget this tiki-taka stuff. So I think sometimes it gets oversold. I think in the top end, it's very technical. But in the lower end, it's definitely counter-attacking.
I know we're digressing, but I think we can all agree that the Premier League is superior to
it was an interesting talking point. Let's get back to the Ballon d'Or anyway. Messi, we ran through Haaland anyway. Messi, Liga, he had 32 appearances, 16 goals, 16 assists. For Messi in that league, it's just like, he did all right. It's just a normal.
The first season he struggled.
Yeah, exactly, proper.
I think most people would. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, Champions League, 7 appearances, 4 goals, 4 assists. League Cups, 7 appearances, 10 goals. MLS, we all see what he's been doing since he's gone there. 3 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists. World Cup, he's probably got more than that by now. World Cup, 7 appearances, 7 goals, 3 assists. So across the whole season, he got 56 appearances, 38 goals, 26 assists. The question is, I know obviously he won the World Cup. The question is,
he was player of the World Cup as well. But
got the goal. He did, he got player of the World Cup as well. Don't know whether that was just to cap off the romanticising, or should it have been Mbappe because of what he was doing, etc.
I have certain thoughts on that.
He did this thing.
Fuad, who should win the Ballon d'Or?
In my opinion, it should be Haaland. I think as much as the World Cup was the pinnacle, Messi played a massive role in that as well. But I think what Haaland's done is a freak of nature. I think what he's done in breaking records, he's done the clean sweep, treble-wise. I feel like you've seen his contribution. Maybe people will say, oh, he didn't score in the final, or was it one of the semi-final games? But I just feel like throughout this season, time and time again, we've looked at Haaland and been like, this guy's going to smash even more records every time. But people will look at Messi and say, hey, that's the alien, if you like. And he's won the biggest trophy that there is in football. But the year also isn't decided on 7 games, in my opinion. And his Liga, 16 goals, 16 assists. I understand he was more creative role last year, but you expect Messi to tear up that league. And I felt like ever since he went PSG, it was kind of underwhelming. And then since then, you're mentioning Inter Miami stats, for goodness sake. I mean,
I don't think
those are glorified friendlies, in my opinion. Guys are just
That's what he should have been doing in Liga.
Giving him the matador way to the goal. If you see it, they're just happy to concede.
Happy
goals.
to play against him.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh,
they clap.
It's Messi, bro.
It's like Messi's gone against me. Rare, awesome.
Can you tell your kids that?
So I understand like the almost romanticism of giving it to Messi. It's his final
one. Can't get another one after this.
Give him the 8th one. It sets him kind of a bar above. But I felt like the 7th one was like that anyway. Because in all honesty, Lewandowski got stitched up for his one.
Yeah, in the COVID.
Yeah. So I always felt like it's time for a new era. And if anything, Haaland is almost the beginning of that new era. We're waiting for. In all honesty, I think if Mbappe completed that turnaround in the final,
he probably
be having a whole different conversation, trust me. Because I feel like we're now entering the Haaland Mbappe era. Come on now. This guy has done it all, won it all. And City might not do it again. Let's hypothetically say City don't win the Champions League. He doesn't do the treble. Now people are going to be like, oh, Haaland ain't got the World Cup and he's not won the Champions League. How can he be a Ballon d'Or winner? He's done it all now.
Yeah.
He's broken records now. Give it to him now. Like, enough of the fairy tale romanticism. We've had Messi. We've given him his years. We've given him his flowers. We've given him his World Cup. Louis Van Gaal.
The blasphemy of this.
Hater. Such a hater.
Speak on the goats.
This guy said, you see, I was with him until he said, we've given him
That's
his
what
World
he
Cup.
really feels, bro.
Do you know what, yeah? Now I'm stepping in.
Bro, I was
Now I'm stepping in.
in.
This guy literally single-handedly dragged that Argentina attack some of those games, going past multiple players, laying it off for Alvarez, stitching up Vardy, one of the best young centre-backs out there. Big moments, going up against Mbappe in the final, and still managed. And this guy had the audacity to say, giving him his World Cup. What do you think? This is charity?
No. Listen, he did a thing.
Damn, these Ronaldo stands.
But I just feel like what Haaland has been doing, we can't ignore it. And how many times can he keep doing this? Is he gonna have to break the Premier League record again?
Yeah, well, what does he have
He's
to
gonna
do
have
to
to
get it,
another
yeah.
treble again? It's like, come on, let's be honest. Norway aren't gonna win a World Cup anytime soon, unless Odegaard and some wonder kid step out of nowhere. I can't see it.
Yeah.
So let's give it to him.
Abby, what are you saying on this?
I think it should be Haaland, but I think it'll probably be Messi because it's Messi. Whether or not there was a few things that were rigged, we're never going to know. I mean, look, they earned the World Cup, but it was like everything just happened to be like in their favour. It's like, is there that much luck that everything can just fall perfectly for you?
Damn, we have another one.
Where's this luck? I was there at their games. I was laughing at them when they lost against Saudi Arabia, doing up flipping airport this way with the Saudi Arabians, and thinking,
I'm not saying they haven't earned it.
It was the game against.
They were pens.
Five penalties.
I'm not saying they haven't earned it.
Harry
but
Kane got the golden boot off doing that, and it was lauded.
I'm just That's rude.
I'm just saying though, and now we're talking about the goat.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, you were more
What's
than happy.
going on?
Hold on a second.
You know what I'm saying?
They were more than
Harold
happy to-
Houdini was doing up.
Yeah,
pens.
they were more than happy to celebrate the penalty versus Tunisia and whatnot. But now it's Messi, it's a problem.
I didn't say anything.
After
I
dribbling
just
past
said
5 players to get there.
All I mentioned, there was 5 pens.
This is not taking away of Messi and what he's achieved.
So why are we saying it?
I
feel like it is.
I feel like it is.
It's not.
You-
It's not. It's absolutely not.
No, but you know what?
We know he's the greatest of all time. He's won it so many times. I just think you can't take away what an unbelievable achievement it is for Haaland. Yeah, okay, his team weren't in the World Cup. Who knows what would have happened if he was there? Probably, who knows?
And Messi scored in the final open play.
Okay, but you can't put his stats in from Inter Miami. Like, that's just not okay. And also, for me, he's playing, no disrespect, I know Stuart watches this, but, Parisian, but I'm sorry, the French league is not there. It's just nowhere near it. I watch it on the TV. It's just absolutely nowhere near it. And arguably, he went there for whatever reason he went there
So
to get away.
Haaland's
from
got all these accolades. Then is he better than Messi? Then
Different.
No.
Different.
What did you
Doesn't have
say?
to be.
It
Doesn't have to be better than
have to
Messi.
be
I'm just asking.
What did you
No,
just say?
because I just asked a question here. Is Haaland better than Mbappe and is Haaland better than Messi? Is that what we're doing?
It doesn't have to be.
It
Just
doesn't
have to have a
Right,
better year.
just off the accolades that he's won,
No.
he should get the trophy.
He just had a better
Nothing
year.
to do with him being better.
Accolades,
Man, is it? 'Cause
statistically.
you can't lace it. Like, what's going on there?
It's not
just
a
checking.
comparison between
Okay,
the two
cool.
players.
No, but the Ballon d'Or
Let me just
is
check that one.
Ballon d'Or 2022.
Yeah, cool.
It doesn't have to be better than
Absolutely,
Messi.
absolutely.
But did he have a better year? For me, he did.
Yeah.
And I agree with Abby.
Yeah.
I would imagine most people think that Haaland should win it, but we all know what's going to happen.
It's going to go to Messi.
And I
anyway.
must say as well, we were debating this off here. I'm very much with my man over here and Abby. I think that there was this kind of, I don't know, man, just watching the World Cup, you just got that feeling that there was things going on. You thought, boy, you know what?
What's going on today?
I'm not saying that it was like
Which
they
I
sat
think
down
I
and
told you
rigged it.
about.
I'm just saying that there was this inescapable feeling that I had watching the World Cup.
Hey,
That Argentina was supposed to win that World Cup.
Yeah.
we're doing conspiracies.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not. No,
We're doing
I was very
conspiracies on
careful to
Dion.
say.
Conspiracies.
I said an inescapable feeling. You're watching it and you think,
The only thing that was dramatized was Ronaldo
I'm
walking
just
down the tunnel.
keeping it 100.
Hey,
bro.
What?
That was
That's a
foul, innit?
crazy.
That's a good scene.
That was
That's a
dramatized. That was
nasty
TV.
move.
That was
Yeah,
TV.
of course.
That's nasty.
Yeah.
Walking down the tunnel, close-ups. Why are we following him all the way down the tunnel? There's no need.
This is a really good
That
super
was-
chat.
Him
by
doing the
way.
warm-ups as well because he was on the bench.
That was drama.
Ramos
That
scored a
was
hat-trick.
Netflix.
To-
But
to-
everything else,
Tobias Estes on the super chat said, "Would you rather have the treble or the World Cup?"
me.
What would you rather have?
Arts Messi. You can say the World Cup, innit?
Me, I'd rather have the
Depends
World
who
Cup.
you are.
Would you rather have the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, World Cup. I can't
Oh,
lie.
so what
Would
was?
you? I see. I would want the treble.
But what's happening here though?
Don't because
you're just-
because
whoa,
I
whoa.
want something doesn't make me the best though.
Whoa.
Do you see that?
Whoa.
Just because I want something,
Whoa.
it doesn't make me the best.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'll probably take the
So
World
what's?
Cup,
what I'm saying?
but
Oh, everyone's saying World
No,
Cup.
I'm saying treble.
So
I'm
hold
saying
on,
treble.
wait, 1, 2, 3,
So-
4, 5. Wait, are 4 out of 5 people saying that the World Cup is
Otamendi Ballon d'Or
I'm
nomination.
asking a question. Alexis McAllister also won this. Rodrigo de Paul then banned. I'm just saying, what's the better achievement then? Is it?
Well, from a personal point of view, I would imagine. I mean, if you're asking me, obviously I'm not a professional footballer, but I would prefer the World Cup.
Okay.
They're
Why?
all the-
over every single all the
Because to
top
me,
club
that's
honours
the
in one go, the
pinnacle.
treble.
That is the pinnacle.
Yeah.
So Messi's achieved the pinnacle of football, is what was it?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So the pinnacle.
whole
of
football
Don't forget, what's his
count
fifth
for-
attempt?
What's the pinnacle of football count for then? What's that?
I don't know.
Is that not?
Also, Flex, we must factor into that
Yeah.
that was his 5th attempt, and as Abby said, that Norway are not likely to win a World Cup anytime soon.
5th attempt. Oh, so now we're knocking him down for finally getting there. 'Cause he
No, it's a fact.
5th attempt. What is that? But he did it.
I don't know what's going on today.
Doesn't that add to the story?
It's just a personal preference. This is not me. I don't hate Messi. I think he's the greatest of all
So-
time. But it's just a personal preference. I would personally rather have a treble than a World Cup, but that's because I'm more club orientated.
Subjective.
And I'd like us to just actually win something. And I just think Haaland's had the most outstanding season.
Oh no!
Wait. The vibe I'm getting at the moment is that you two are very
You
the
two
Pro
don't
Messi.
I
know
just
it.
don't like. I just don't like the disrespect.
I want you lot
to
I feel like
sell
Messi. I
the
feel
Messi
no.
Ballon d'Or
I don't, do you know what? I just feel like Messi's been
How's that
disrespected. at this
disrespect?
table.
I know.
That's what it feels like.
How's
Does it
that-
feel like that, or
how's
am I?
that? Explain.
Am I overthinking?
No, because all we did was state a case
Okay,
for Haaland.
fair
Explain how that's
That's
disrespectful.
While disrespecting Messi.
I felt a lot
Yeah.
of disrespect.
You want allies.
It's a back and forth
Accidental,
I can tell
you
you.
know,
okay.
controversial. Should they really have? And you know, obviously he's in MLS now, so he's in retirement FC
not
and all
fact?
this.
Are we not talking about facts?
You can't put the Inter Miami thing in there.
So sell me why Messi should win the Ballon d'Or apart from a 7-game tournament.
Because he's the greatest player that ever lived in
But
Haaland.
he's
can't
won-
make
yeah,
his
but
choice.
that-
And he won the World Cup.
so it's a lifetime achievement award.
And we're Argentina.
what we're doing?
We're Argentina favourites.
Yes. Bang on favourites.
Bang on favourites. Would you have had them to win that?
Yeah.
And when you
They were
saw how
most
they were
people's
doing.
favourites. They were most people's favourites.
95%.
And why was that then?
Because they had the most stacked team.
I thought
Lisandro,
it was France.
Romero.
So it wasn't France then.
No, because
France
going
was-
into
was
that
up there.
competition, France's
Because
football
remember,
had
everybody
not
was
that
saying
been
France
great.
had their period. They're gonna fall off now. Listen, we don't change the narratives now. All of a sudden, we
No, but
remember
the-
before.
the-
The World Cup was only 7 months ago.
The point that Fuad raises is a very pertinent point because apart from a 7-game World Cup, I would say that Messi flopped at PSG last year.
Dare I say, even
Disappoint-
the World Cup is in 2022.
Okay.
What year is
now
this
you're-
Ballon d'Or decided for?
Okay. Now we might be getting somewhere. If
What-
that's your argument, we can
I ask what year is this Ballon d'Or decided for? Anybody?
But did he flop at PSG? Yes or no?
2023 Ballon d'Or.
2023, and the World Cup final was
Finished in
played in December.
2022.
Okay.
Nice.
No, but can we have
It
an
was a
answer?
later World Cup.
Flex.
Oh, no.
Interesting.
Flex.
Later World Cup.
Yeah, but it
Interesting
finished before the
observation.
Let's put you on the spot. Did he
Interesting
flop at
observation.
PSG
Last
last season?
first season, yeah.
I wouldn't say the same.
I just think the whole PSG project of what it was
So
meant
where's
to
the
do flopped.
disrespect? Where's the disrespect?
I just feel like you man are just saying he won the World Cup by accident, from being honest.
No,
No,
we didn't
he
say
ne-
that.
I
We
feel
didn't
like
say
they're
that.
saying it was
Stop
given
that.
to him.
Listen, Messi won the World Cup.
That's what it
Argentina
feels
won the
like.
World Cup.
Okay.
But is it just the World Cup winner now we give the Ballon d'Or
When
to?
Messi got the cloak put on him, this energy wasn't here. It was, oh my, this guy has
It
really
was
completed
amazing,
it.
but if you are basing it, and as Fuad said,
Okay.
on 2023, who's
Yeah.
had the better achievements
Even-
in this calendar year? Haaland.
Sometimes I know they say it crosses over between 22,
Yeah, 'cause it
23.
does, yeah.
But this is
Okay,
23.
fair enough.
Two
But it's the
of them.
same. It always is, though. It crosses. It's always
even
been
still-
one. It's always 1 year on the Ballon d'or,
Even
but it
still,
crosses over.
Haaland.
I think they changed that recently, to be fair. But either way, what I'm saying is I think what Haaland has done this year, I don't know what more he can do. Messi, I've seen him do more. We all have. We've seen Messi do things where we're like, give him 3 of those things in this year. Like, that's how much he deserves it. But this for
one
World
time,
Cup,
yeah.
I'm like, listen, I love the World Cup. What he did, incredible story. Will be etched in history forever. But that's not for me. Ballon d'Or worthy. I'm sorry. I need more, and I didn't see more. PSG's Champions League campaign. We just forgetting about that completely. With the super team that they had as well. We just
Out in
forgetting
the
about
round
that completely.
16.
Like, come on. So I understand and respect the World Cup for what it is, But that for me is not the sole deciding factor.
Okay, we're gonna get some super chats here. The black Grealish says Taiwo Awoniyi. Why is he not at a big club? It's weird how we just went from Messi to but there was context there. Rationale says 2010 Iniesta scored the winning World Cup goal. Schneider wins the treble and runner-up at World Cup. Guess who won the Ballon d'Or? Sometimes it's just about who you are. Vincesh says Premier League is the only league that has adapted with time. Video City says the guy disappears in the finals, scores tap-ins. Who are they talking about, Messi or are they talking about Haaland? Messi, trying to say Messi.
About Messi.
Can't be.
Talking about Haaland. Haaland didn't score in the finals.
Okay, and they scored tap-ins on the way up to it, they're saying. They're just trying to discredit Haaland. You can't do that. You can't just discredit him like he's, you know what I mean? Marlon says, don't forget Haaland will have to return the Ballon d'Or when City are charged. Hashtag 115. 7SC says, Messi couldn't have won the World Cup with Norway. And Navid says, MLS player winning Ballon d'Or is disrespect to football.
Could he?
What?
Could Messi win the World Cup with Norway?
No.
What,
Prime Messi?
Even Prime Messi, you reckon?
We were just trying to get him Argentina.
Because I'm thinking, yo.
Like, let's not overdo it now. It took us a while to get this one. We
Five attempts.
Just Norway. Hey,
just to let you guys know of the poll results are as follows: 41% say Messi should win the Ballon d'Or, 51% say Haaland should win it, and for some reason 4% say Jude Bellingham. And 4% say others.
They couldn't think of a third name.
What are you going to say? Do you know what? Jude Bellingham could even come second over Messi if you really break this thing down.
This season?
I can't stand you. I can't stand you, bro.
Did you see that weird thing with Bellingham about the Taylor Swift fans that
yeah, they're voting to because
for
the Golden Boys.
Swifties.
Yeah, Valde said he doesn't like her music, so they took over the poll.
Very odd.
What was that? They're voting for him because of what?
Because go on.
Balde with Barcelona said that he doesn't like Taylor Swift's music, so then her fans decided to rig the poll
and like,
for the Golden
I
Boys.
think
So
he got
Jude
like
Bellingham's
89% or something of the vote.
So stupid.
Silly, man.
Just lastly, before we move on for the Ballon d'Or, just from the top 30, I think it's ridiculous that Marcus Rashford wasn't on there. I'll just say that.
Do you?
Yes.
You can't be serious.
Why?
I need to see who's
Why?
on
Colin
that.
Muani's on there.
Colin Muani, great season in the Bundesliga.
Rashford played 53 games, 30
got all the way to the
goals,
World Cup final, playing an impact sub role.
He didn't really play World Cup like
Played
that.
an impact sub role.
Come off the bench, scored against Morocco.
People try to do Colin Muani
Turam was coming on.
Two man come on the same time when Argentina was tired. Didn't they break up their pens as well? Didn't they both miss?
Last minute.
No, man. Rashford ain't moving me like that, man.
They still a little bit of that bottled it, bro. Rashford's got to be on the list of the 30. I'm looking at it here, yeah?
I can't lie, there's some crazy names that made the list. So was it Levakovic?
Kim Min-jae's on here, Musiala's on there.
The Croatian goalkeeper.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that's an insult.
Colin Muani's on there.
Let me see.
What, you think it's an insult Rashford's not on it?
Yeah, Rashford should be on that.
Some of the names I'm hearing.
No.
Bono's on it for Morocco.
Obviously
Morocco did all right.
Some of the names I'm
Barella's on there.
Barella, one of the best central midfielders in the world.
Odegaard's on there. Saka's on there.
Odegaard should be on there. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how's Rashford not on there with the individual? If we talk about
Based on
individual season, how's he not on that?
Based on what?
Premier League. It's unbelievable.
Rodri on here.
Breaking records.
That's enough.
Oh, well,
Come on, man.
He wasn't in Europe and he wasn't in World
How's
Cup.
Rashford not on that? Ridiculous.
So why are you on the global
Yeah,
conversation?
but some people are only there for World Cup for 7
I'm like,
games.
yeah, if
Not
you're
even
talking
7 games.
to take Odegaard out, put Rashford in, I can hear that.
Some of them World Cup players have played 5 games and they're on there.
Yeah.
Or 5 games or 6
Mad.
games, 1 playoff.
Mad.
1 third place playoff.
For the same thing about the whole season, Rashi should have been on there anyway.
So who are you voting for?
Kim
What, to win
Min-jae.
it? To win the thing? 100%.
Kim Min-jae.
No, anyone but Haaland I'm voting for.
Oh, no, I'm going Haaland.
No, I'm joking. It should be Haaland on individual award of what he's done this year. It should be.
But we all know it'll be
But
Messi.
it's gonna
I'm
be
more of a
Messi.
team
But
athlete.
do you know what? I want it to be.
I think if Messi gets it,
I want him to get the last
it loses all credibility.
Why?
It's already lacking credibility.
Because he
It
deserves
loses-
He's won enough.
No,
he doesn't
hasn't. He
deserve
didn't
it.
win the World Cup and now he's done it.
He doesn't deserve it
So
because you just said
you
Haaland
paid homage.
deserves it.
No, because sometimes
just this
there's things
second
that are
said
bigger than
Haaland.
football, and that's Messi.
Let me ask you. You
That's
see,
why.
everybody did. What do you think of? Let me ask you a question. What do you think of Cannavaro's 2006 Ballon d'Or?
Yeah.
Let me ask. What do you think of that?
It was sus because when you look at the level of strikers that were around doing big things at that time as well.
What do you think
But
of-
because they won the World Cup,
Right.
Did it? So we have to follow that.
But that year-
we have to follow that metric. It's happened already.
No, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. He's taking it too far now. He's taking it too far.
Who was a defender? Who wants that? Who wants blocks and slide tackles to be winning Ballon d'Or? But Messi didn't do that. Messi didn't do that.
No, that's it. I'm done.
Name
I'm
brand.
done. I'm
Messi
done.
didn't do that.
Messi
carried the team. Messi got assists.
It's not sexy.
No, but shall I tell you one thing that annoyed
Messi? Name
Shall I
brand.
tell you one thing about that annoyed me with the Ballon d'Or? If I could just say, Thierry Henry never won a Ballon d'Or, and that sucks.
Weren't good enough, mate. Even Ronaldo won one at 18.
Come on.
Don't. Even Ronaldo won one at
Arsenal
19, mate.
fans are about to do up Nedved. Leave Nedved alone. He deserved his Ballon d'Or, brother. Go and do your research. Some of you weren't even alive around then, bro.
Did Thierry Henry have won a Ballon d'Or?
Nedved deserved that year. Talk to Shevchenko the next year.
Henry just had to be more consistent, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Slap it.
Ronaldo won one. You know what I mean? Michael Owen won one. We got TT, man. Big
I
up
love him
TT.
as well, man. You love him so much.
Only the greatest
Don't
player
ever talk
ever
to him
in
about
the
Nedved. He gets angry when you talk about Nedved. It's not the first time I've heard this.
Disrespect, man.
Anyway, let's move it on. England team.
Yeah. Phillips.
Is it time for a change? We'll start with this.
What, the manager or the players?
Yes. Is it time for a change? Is it time for Pep Guardiola to come in? What would that mean for this England team?
I don't think Pep would ever take
Pep
that
ain't
job.
going anywhere near that team.
Pep's a day-to-day manager. I don't think the England thing would suit him. Would I, as an
if he
England
did,
fan?
though?
No, as an England fan, I would like him to get the job.
He's done Barcelona, his hometown club, completely dominated football. Gone to Germany, done his little experiment. He's had the knock-on effect that he's had in Germany. Come to England, and let's be honest, he's absolutely dominated over here as well. You've pretty much, within the space of 15 years, revolutionised club football, if you like, in however you wanted to imprint it. Now I can just kind of maybe take a back seat a little bit, and I actually think he might be open to it because it also gives him the opportunity to stay in England.
What, ahead of Spain?
He said that after City he wants to leave. What's the rush to run back to Spain?
And Spain already done their Pep era, but he was a manager.
Yeah.
But it kind of filtered through to the World Cup squad because
So now
Barcelona's
I think Spain are gonna move on and go into whatever direction they're gonna go into. But I think for him, similar to like Jose, he's grown a love to England. I feel like that's why he's still here. I think City now will become the longest club he's managed in his managerial career. Clearly, he enjoys being it, and I think the English project, if you look at it, the guys like Foden, Rico Lewis, and some of the youngsters that A, he's coached, and B, he loves the English talent in and around the Premier League. The way he was praising Jack Grealish before he joined, the way he praises Harry Kane, I'm sure he'd love to manage that, and I can only imagine, if it's a big if it did happen, World Cups are coming. That's when it's actually coming home, I believe. Till then,
that's the thing.
Bring it home
Southgate
with this team.
Spain have won it recently enough. If he was to bring the World Cup to England, he is getting put down in folklore in this country.
Gold statue outside Wembley.
And
gold.
I don't necessarily look at it like that. I think he would rather do that with Spain than England.
Yeah, you got to remember he's Catalonian.
I know.
Ain't
I'm
love for the
taking that
Spain
into
like
account.
that. Be like,
techie.
bro, we trying to listen. Let's not get into the politics, but he ain't got love for Spain like that. Trust me. He'd rather stay in England, I think personally, and I think the love.
there was talk of Brazil before.
I think
that would also.
There you
one.
go.
Brazil.
The Brazil job. I think Ancelotti's going there next.
Yeah.
That is always like one of those almost prestige jobs you almost just dream of.
It's like the Real Madrid of
England is
countries.
kind of becoming that with a lot of the talent they're producing over the next couple of years. Oh, we'll see.
What would change at England if Pep was there? Like just the way they played, the selection, the type
all
of
of
players he
these
brings in.
hypothetical 11s that we draw up of these tactical
They could be
players playing
reality.
together. Madison,
Tiki-taka.
they're all playing together.
We have a midfield three of like Madison, Foden.
It's going to be a back two of Tomori and Stones, and the rest of you are going to play in some inverted diamonds.
To be fair, it would be good. It would be good.
It's going to bank.
It would be unreal. I just can't see him taking it though.
Yeah, I can't. I would
it's too
agree.
early.
with
I
that.
think
it's
in
too
his career.
early. I
Too
think if
early
we
in
were
his
talking
career.
like maybe another 10, 15 years, I think.
For number one, I think he's a day-to-day manager.
I say more on the 10 side.
I think he's so
I
hungry.
think City, he's what?
I'm not saying he'll stay at
2026?
City. I'm not saying he'll stay at City the whole time,
Yeah.
but I still think that he's hungry to play.
Where would he
week
go
in, week out
next?
football.
That's the thing.
But
What's
this is
left for him? Yeah, it's
what's
true.
left in club?
Would he go
football?
Italian league?
AC
He'd
Milan.
walk that.
You think that interests him? Reviving those.
No, but if you look at Pep as a personality,
Could do it in every league.
if you look at him how intense he is, I don't think he's that international job with games every 3-4 months suits him. I think he's as Abby says, he's a day-to-day man.
That I can hear to an extent, but I think having been that intense it's the same Barca he wanted a break. City now.
It depends what mindset he's in at that stage.
He revels in that intensity. He loves that. Some people thrive off that.
I get it. Maybe you see that come to international management.
England team-wise, let's talk about Gareth Southgate's selection, though, his most recent one. I want to ask you guys kind of individually, or actually together, what would be your ideal England 11, looking at what we have at our disposal? Not necessarily what Gareth Southgate's picked, just what would your ideal be, starting from back to front? Matisse, what are you saying? And you guys feel free to chip in here, by the way.
Is this when everyone's fit, right?
Yeah, this is just even people who might not even having a call up. It might be Ivan Toney. It might be something. I don't know.
Is Ramsdale still deserve to go in goal?
In goal, I'm going Ramsdale.
Yeah?
I can't lie to you. I'm going
distribution
Ramsdale.
Wise.
I think distribution wise, just an all-round package.
Yeah. I'm having Ramsdale.
Yeah.
Pickford, as much as he's good for England, I just can't trust you.
I think Pickford is the superior shot stopper.
Yeah.
I just can't, bro. I'll be real with you.
But he ain't done nothing wrong for
That's
England.
big
He's usually a big player for England. Are we disrespecting him a little bit?
No.
Who? Jordan Pickford?
Because I think he gets the respect he deserves. I don't think anybody really disrespects him. He gets a due, but I just think his game is limited. I think Ramsdale.
He's a very rash keeper, though. And even Ramsdale's guilty of rashness.
He is,
at times.
100%.
But Pickford is.
But I haven't seen Ramsdale given a chance and a run, and I think it's time.
Okay, defenders.
Right back.
Forget fitness and who. So we're talking James. We're talking
this one.
We're talking Trent.
They won't like me here.
Reece James.
I'm going Trent.
Fitness.
I'm going Trent.
Oh, what?
No, it don't matter.
We can put Trent in midfield.
Going,
Nah, actually, no, we can't.
Don't do that.
Space.
Yeah, Trent for me. I'm sorry.
No,
Trent offers
I'd go Reece
uniqueness.
James. I'd go Reece
If
James.
Mbappe France World Cup final, you're going Trent at right
You know
back.
what it is? It's because I got Stones next to Trent. So Trent
okay.
goes.
So
playing that
I just want to make this. I just want to make this
mid-roll.
clear, right? I just want to make this clear because this is a team for the highest of stakes, not Macedonian qualifiers, not that. Mbappe World Cup final, and this chat, I hope you're all willing to stick by this, right? Mbappe World Cup final, left wing, he's starting in the number 10 shirt. You're picking Trent at right back.
You know what he needs to
That's
worry
your
about?
decision.
I'm picking
Trent
Walker.
going that
Okay,
way.
okay.
He needs to worry about Trent going that way.
Cool. At least you're sticking with it.
He needs to worry about Trent
You live and die by that sword.
Him and Saka.
I'm having Kyle Walker over all of them every day. Until he retires, I'm having Kyle Walker at all times.
Exactly.
I can hear
Because
that.
he's the best right back ever.
You know what? I can hear that. I can hear that.
That's just what it has to be.
And the worst thing is, I can hear that one as well. But I like the Kyle Walker shout.
Walker just.
But
Well, even at this stage, even now.
Yeah, still,
Yes.
Now,
The current, what's coming up now? Euros.
He's still got it.
Walker.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing.
Every game.
I say,
Long as he's fit.
I start Trent throughout the tournament. The game
In
against
the
France.
knockouts. Oh, you just bring him in.
I just bring him in, yeah. Like specialist games, I think I would bring Walker in, but I go with Trent most of the
As
time.
long as he's still
in my
got the
opinion.
pace, then I think it's Walker all day long. But my second choice would be.
People are trying to say
Reece
Ben
James.
White.
I almost
Ben
thought
White's
about
clear
it,
of
and I was
who?
like,
In the squad, 100%.
Yeah,
it has to be in the
He
squad.
should be in the squad, 100%.
Yeah, but when they're all fit, he can't touch James and he can't touch.
No,
I have him as a centre back.
Yeah,
I have him as a centre back option.
What, starting?
No. As a centre back option.
Okay, yeah, I hear that.
Now let's talk the two centre backs.
Yeah.
Stones.
Stones is a shoe.
Stones locked.
Stones is a shoe. Who's the other centre back?
You're gonna say
Tomori?
Tamori.
I saw Tamori against
Mark
Roma
Gay.
the other day.
Lewis Dunk.
Red card.
I'm glad you watched that.
A little bit rash.
We do gas for Kyle. Like we
Because-
want it.
because
He
he
hasn't
a
been
bit-
given a chance yet, but
He's a bit
not-
rash sometimes. Sometimes he's.
Sorry, what were those other options?
All right,
Against
this
Chelsea.
is the current one. This is Levi Colwill, Lewis Dunk, Mark Gay, Harry Maguire, Fikayo Tomori. Stones is not in this one, but we obviously said Stones. Who else are we missing?
I think I take Colwill.
Ben White could be
Yeah.
another one, but he's not there.
Colwill, Tomori, Ben White, Stones. Those would be the four
Who's starting?
I take.
Who's starting?
Who's starting?
I might actually go with Stones and Colwill.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I might go with Stones and
now.
Colwill.
I do think Colwell's still got a couple things to iron
Raw.
out.
He does though.
Still raw.
But the potential is.
Are we basing this off?
Yeah,
potential
that's what I was going to say
Yeah,
about Colwell.
it is.
Right now, if there's these big games now,
So long.
Colwill.
Throw him in the deep end.
Throw him in
man.
the deep end.
I'm gonna
Ramos.
go
Ben White.
go Ben
Best
White.
ones you throw in the
Ben White.
deep end, and you see if
Ben
they
White
sink or
is
See if
swim.
they-
Colwell is for the future, without a doubt. But
People are
right
saying-
now,
people-
Man, I'm
People are
tired of
saying
this
Lewis Dunk.
Future, if you're good enough,
Yeah,
you
no
play.
one.
what's
no
he
one
done for
respects
you to
Lewis
suggest
Dunk.
No one.
that?
It don't
No one
matter.
respects Lewis Dunk.
Anyone? Lewis Dunk?
No.
It's past that.
I know we like having the honourable mid-table guy in there, but nah. We got quality now, man.
So
Plus, he's not at his peak, is he?
Maguire's still making these squads.
Hell, there is a
he's
there
in
is
the
a
squad.
wanted
Good servant for Southgate,
there is a
mate.
wanted picture on the dressing room. Unwanted, sorry.
Why? Done all right for England, mate.
Absolutely not.
What's he done wrong?
I don't care.
What's he done wrong?
I don't. Where are you at club?
What's he done wrong?
Where are you at club?
Doesn't matter.
Where are you at
What's he
club?
done at international stage?
He's never let Gareth Southgate or
Never let us down, mate.
I'm not Joachim
This is
Low,
our
bro.
most successful
I'm
period
not
since
Joachim
66.
Low.
With Harry Maguire in it, playing every game.
Nope.
It's nice.
You can't trick me. You can't trick me.
Okay, all right.
Just
moving
by
on.
your manner, the expression on your face, you know that's.
I hope he
No, he
signs a
hasn't
new
let
long-term
England
deal
down.
at
People
United.
ask
He
him
hasn't
about
let
Joe
England
I
Gomez.
hope he
down,
signs a
but-
new long-term deal at United.
He hasn't let England down,
I really hope
Flex,
so.
but we also know he's extremely fortunate to
All right.
retain his place in it. Is
Left
he
back.
or is he not?
Yeah, he is. Of course he is.
Yeah.
Left back. Give me a left back.
This is-
I'm going to press you through. Give me a
When did Destiny get to the when did he move?
Is he eligible for
Yeah,
England?
is he-
Suddenly switch nationality.
Stop being ridiculous.
Stop it. I'll be
Give me
honest.
some options. Give me some
I
options.
don't want to say this name, but I have to say it. I
Luke
think
Shaw.
I'll go Luke Shaw.
Yeah, Luke Shaw.
Luke Shaw, Ben Chilwell.
I mean, if did you say fitness?
I'm not playing.
I'm-
Champions.
No,
Yeah,
I
man.
think we're doing.
Sorry, what are the
Yeah.
options? Luke Shaw, Ben Chilwell, who?
Luke Shaw, Ben Chilwell. Who else is there?
Left back.
Leighton Baines.
That's pretty much
It's got to be.
That's
It's got to be
what
Shaw
it
and
is.
Chilwell,
Yeah.
Yeah.
really.
It's got to be. They're lucky that it's just mainly them two,
Yeah.
really. Midfield. Let's just give me a midfield.
Rice,
Bellingham.
Foden, Bellingham.
No, Madison.
I would love to, and I
think you deserve to?
I was trolling on Twitter the other day. I thought
You're
took
bad. I
Saka
saw
out.
that. Yeah.
Pathetic.
Put Foden on the right, Madison in the 10. I said, have it.
Pathetic. Absolutely
Who
pathetic.
did you say? Rice.
Hey, man, go get
Who
that
did you say?
Twitter money.
Rice.
Yeah, I saw that.
You
That
said
was-
Rice,
that was
Bellingham.
foul.
Who?
Rice, Bellingham, Foden in the 10.
What are you going with, Abby?
The shackles
Rice.
are
So are you
Bellingham,
saying you're not
Madison.
having
Rice,
Saka in the
Bellingham,
team
Madison.
then?
Rice, Bellingham, Madison.
No, he was trolling.
That's an
I'm
unreal
having Saka
midfield.
right
That.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, who you
Rice,
got in
Bellingham,
midfield?
Madison.
She's got Rice, Ben, and Madison.
okay.
Nice.
What you got?
We're balling.
Rice, Bellingham, and it's between Foden and Madison. It's tough.
Foden all
It's tough.
day.
Yeah.
I've done this the other
So
day with
rude.
Turkish on the thing.
I'm too much
The
of a Foden
disrespect
stan.
on
I do love
Foden
Foden.
was let's not act like Foden is not light years ahead of man. Let's just stop doing that. Come
Okay,
on.
okay.
He's come to Spurs. Yeah, he's it's nice.
Don't do
Shackles
this,
off.
don't-
No,
Don't
no,
do
no.
this, don't do this.
No,
Don't do
no.
this. Don't do it.
He's about to be
Madison,
very
listen,
disrespectful.
Matters. Wicked.
Yes.
Wicked. Nice on the ball.
Consistent.
Half turn. Creator.
Nice finish.
Double digit. Nice finish.
Box to box.
Philip Foden. Yeah.
Walter.
Next
Wow,
gen
Philip.
David Silva.
Philip.
Stop it.
No.
Stop. There's levels.
not-
You're going by His Royal Highness's name. Philip.
levels.
Man, man.
Not disputing it,
Philip
but I would
Foden
like to see.
is better than Jim Madison.
I would like to see James Madison get an opportunity for England.
I want
Yeah?
War Prowse
James
in the
got to go
squad.
back to Jim if he's trying to talk to Phil Foden. Yeah?
do that. Don't do Jim, man.
He becomes Jim if he's got to talk to Phil Foden, bro.
Listen,
No, I want
come
to
on.
see him. I
I'm
wanna see
having
him in
Phil
England,
as well.
sir.
Yeah, I want to see him in the team. I want to see him get a chance, but he's not Phil Foden.
I think there's a consensus there on Rice and Bellingham.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy.
So for that third spot,
Go on.
He's going Madison.
Mason Mount.
Gone Foden.
Foden.
What about War Prowse? Would you have him in the squad? I
In the
would.
squad, yeah.
In the
Yeah,
squad.
absolutely. Would you have Eze in the 10? Would anyone have Eze instead?
I think he deserves to be in the squad right now.
And he is. Good.
Yeah.
He is.
Yes.
Front three. Go.
Kane.
Kane,
Yeah.
Saka.
Yeah.
Sterling.
Yeah.
Saka.
No Grealish for you. No Grealish for you. England level.
Hell no.
Why not?
No.
Overrated.
Retention don't matter.
Super sub.
Retention don't matter.
This guy's so gas. I can't.
It's-
Honestly,
it's-
don't get me started. Grealish.
Listen, the hairband flicks are cute, but I need some creativity. I need more.
No Rashford.
Rashford is
ain't said mine
my
yet.
impact off the bench. Last 10 minutes, go get them tired legs, boy.
Don't mind that.
Yeah.
Don't mind that. I don't mind Sterling is the most disrespected English player of the generation.
Yeah, fact.
Fair
All
play.
the time. Does it always for
And always
England.
been so good for England,
Act
yeah.
like he hasn't done it for City multiple times.
his favoured left as
Liverpool,
well.
like he's incredible. And when we had needed someone to drag us through the Euros when Harry Kane weren't doing nothing, who was it?
Okay, man.
Oh,
It
it's
was
so
Raheem
rude.
Sterling. It's true though.
So rude.
It's true.
Just so rude.
What was Rashford doing?
Yeah, he weren't doing nothing as well. He wasn't even there.
Mention that
Hurt his
as
back.
well.
Hurt his back, mate. He's injured. Hurt his shoulder. Carry Man United.
United.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's got to be Saka on the right.
got to be. That's
Saka, yeah.
Oh, come
It's
on.
got to be, man.
Bowen.
Bowen.
Yeah.
These Tottenham lot, man.
There's a couple of no-brainers in this team,
Yeah.
and Saka as well.
Allow it.
Yeah, I
Counter-attacking on the David
we all
Moyes.
agree
You
on
want us
that.
to
Listen,
come possession-based England, please.
guys, let us know what your preferred England team will be.
Stop
Let
it.
us know who you think should win the Ballon d'Or. Well, you actually did already in the poll. 51% you said it should be Haaland. Some outrageous takes on today's show. Some real bias. Some real conspiracy theories that I just thought was really, really disrespectful to the GOAT. But it happens. It happens. You know, some people don't deserve them. You know. But listen, we'll be back again, same time, same place next week, and also on Monday as well. For would it be Prem preview then? Probably not.
No.
But we'll be back on Monday. We'll see you then. Take care. Peace.